Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Berkshire Brewing Company out of South Deerfield, Massachusetts. This is the Raspberry Farmstand, and it is a raspberry barley wine style ale, clocking in at 9% alcohol. Um, on the label, it gives a little bit of a description here. It says this special ale takes on its ruby-hued appearance from the generous use of half a pound of fresh raspberries per gallon, provided by a local farm a few miles from the brewery. Luscious malts and a balanced hop bitterness support the rich, sweet, tart character of the fruit. This brew is distinctly drinkable, challenging the notion of what a fruit beer can be. I love raspberries. I love barley wines. I think this is an interesting combination. Um, and Berkshire makes some really great beers. This is a this bottle was under $10. I think it's okay. It's a 16. It's a 22-ounce bottle, so an official bomber bottle here. It says 1 pint, 6 fluid ounces. All right, let's get into it here. Really excited about this one. Oh, you smell those fresh raspberries immediately. And there's your pour. It is like a brown appearance, like a barley wine appearance, but it's a little bit, does have a little bit of like some ruby hues around the edges of the glass there. They're probably not really showing up that great on camera, but it's a really good looking beer. Nice fingers worth of a slightly off-white creamy head. Oh, it smells so good. So first thing you get is those fresh raspberries. Mm. It's making me salivate already. I love raspberries. And then you get past that and you get that nice bready malt character that you get with barley wines. A little bit of toasted bread, a little bit of caramel, sweet type aromas. Maybe even a little bit of dark fruit, but it's hard to tell. I think that'll come through a little bit more on the flavor because the raspberries are so prominent, so prevalent on the aroma. That's hard to tell, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit of fig in there. Maybe some date. But it's definitely in the background. It smells like an absolute winner. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Oh, that's delightful. A delightful, delightful beer. Raspberries right up front. But based off of the aromas I was getting and now tasting it, it's not as in your face as I thought it might be, which is not a bad thing. The raspberry is definitely still the first thing that you pick up on the palate, but it's nicely balanced. The raspberry kind of drops off, or leads into, I should say, a nice malty, bready center, slightly toasted malt character, definitely some caramel, sweet type notes, but not too much, and not rich enough to where it falls into the toffee realm. Carbonation is medium, nice fine prickly carbonation. The body is relatively light for a barley wine. It's really easy drinking and smooth. Um, Almost has a little bit of a creaminess to the mouthfeel. And then on the finish, it's very short-lived. You swallow it down, there's maybe a touch of like an earthy hop note, and then it just drops off. It is very short-lived. There's no lingering fruit or hop bitterness after you swallow it down, which is actually really nice for a beer like this because it is a little bit heavier, a little bit um, stronger in the ABV department, but it drinks so smoothly and it doesn't have a lingering finish, so you just want to keep drinking it. It's very inviting in that sense, and none of the alcohol is noticeable as you swallow it down. There's no burn or anything like that. Mm. This is really, really nice. I'd love to see Berkshire do some barrel aged beers. I think this one would be world class. I mean, it would be outstanding if they did a barrel aged version of this. Um, this is outstanding as it is. This is really, really enjoyable. Um, Definitely a must if you like fruited beers, if you like barley wines. This is one to go for sure. The Raspberry Farmstand, absolutely a delightful beer. I won't ramble too much. As you can see, nice head retention uh, on this beer as well. I'm going to go with a 97 out of 100. It's bordering world class. It's definitely a solid A beer. I would highly recommend it. If you can get Berkshire beers in your area, this is one to pick up for sure. So, 97 out of 100 for the Raspberry Farm Stand. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.